Ukrainian women, what is the deal? And I want to just share with you because obviously I'm here in Ukraine, and we were in the business of matchmaking for 12 years, created 450 marriages, and there's a reason for why Slavic women seem to be a great fit for men in the West. And of course, we had guys from 26 countries, so it wasn't just America. We had Canadians, UK, Australia, New Zealand. We had South Africa, Peru. We had guys from even Tasmania. You can believe that. It was really great to see the appeal. And of course, the ladies just weren't from Ukraine. Slavic ladies covered all parts of this world from, my gosh, you name it around here, from Moldova and Poland and Bucharest. And all of them came, even Russia, even came at their own expense to come and meet our guys, because what they really wanted is they really, really, truly want family. They want marriage. They want to have that sense of committed unity that they seem to struggle with here. A lot of the guys, it seems to still be true that even before the war, 80% of the women want to be married. They want a committed relationship, and they want loyalty. And 80% of the men did not. And so that's where, first of all, the men from the West had the advantage. A lot of you guys, you just want somebody to wake up to every day who's on your side, who's tender and feminine, and you can live in your masculine. So let me just break down a few of the things that we've observed and still seem to be true about Ukrainian ladies. First and foremost, the observation most guys had when they came here was they like to be women. And I have never seen so many women with long hair, so many women that obviously when they go outside, they care for themselves, they dress well. They have a philosophy that they're taught from their childhood, from their mamas, who say you always have to look good. You can go out in public because you never know when you're going to meet your next boss or a future husband. So if you look sloppy, you miss an opportunity of a lifetime. So they truly believe that. So they typically, you don't see, well, I've never seen actually women coming out in public like in their sweatpants and t-shirts like they just came off the couch at home, or in slippers, things like that we see from time to time in the West. And the other thing that's very fascinating to me is they like being women in the terms of the feminine energy. They like to be taken care of. They like to be take care of their man. They like to be the heart and soul. I did this interview, and I'll replay more here as I come up here in the next few weeks. I'm going to pull back some of the interviews I've done, hundreds of women, and find these common themes that came up over and over again. They love a man with ambition. They want him to be the man. And I'll even explain a little more about what they mean by that. But one of them, when I asked this question, what is the role you see? I would ask these ladies, what is the role you see between the man and a woman in a relationship? And this one lady had the greatest answer. She says, I really see the woman as the heart of the home, the energy that brings care and nurturing, and that anybody who even comes in the home feels the warmth and the spirit of the home. And if she's the spirit, then the man at the castle walls to protect that so she can remain soft. And that truly is a philosophy that reigns here. The second thing is a bigger philosophical one, which is interesting. In the West, we talk a lot about finding your life partner. And a lot of the terminology we have is almost business-like. And even when couples have a conflict and they go to counseling, usually the counselor is looking for that one way they can negotiate a truce and say, okay, look, can you do this for her and can you do this for him? And you guys work it out. And of course, the problem with that is now you've gone from being in a honeymoon state in your relationship to that of being a brokered negotiation. And somebody's always going to miss their part, and the other person says, see, you didn't do your part. And it's not the energy you want. And they really, truly see the relationship differently here. They talk about finding your other half. And by that, they really, truly believe that their man is a reflection of them. And so they want to always have him proud of her whenever she's out and about. She's dressed good, she treats people well. And even before they're married, they feel this way even about their circle, their social circle. It's a very social culture. And they want their mamas to be proud of them. They wouldn't want their, one of their mama's friends say, oh, I saw your daughter out in public. She looked like a Slav and she was really arrogant and angry. And so that's a reflection that comes back on them. And so this idea of they're looking for their half is they believe that their partner is an extension of themselves. You're not going to see, and I've never seen a Ukrainian couple fight in public. because for them, that's hurting themselves. And they would never do that. They keep those things private and between each other. So I think those are some unique aspects. The other aspect is just the physicality. They believe they always want to look good the best they can for what God gave them. And it doesn't always mean makeup, although that's obviously a prominent part of the culture. But certainly in the way they dress and the way they put themselves together, they want to be attractive. And in the dating ages of ladies, you get in that 25 to 45, very few are obese or overweight. And so they go to the gym, they keep themselves fit. And these things provide, the combination of all those above provide for something that's very attractive. So what are they looking for in the man? Well, they want to be romanced. They want somebody to give them attention. And they respond like nobody else. In America, if you open a door for a woman, sometimes she's offended by that. Or even the idea of splitting a check. These kind of things are devoid here. And they want the man to be the one to show the chivalry and the care, and it's rewarded. Man, if you compliment a woman on any aspect of her, she just blushes. It's not rejected, and they're looking for a guy who has, like, the number one thing they said, what are you looking for in a man? And the number one answer was always ambition. And by that, they don't mean that the guy wants to be the next Elon Musk. They mean that he just has a sense of where he's going in life, and if he's working a job, is he working to buy a home? Does he, how is he working to improve himself? And they like to feel that energy. There's a certain segment of the male population here where they make the woman work and they sit at home playing video games. And they have a term for that. I can't recall what it is right now, but that's obviously there. The element of the war is coming to an end, but it's obviously had an impact. But what I have not found is desperation of the women. A lot of these guys are saying, there's going to be a lot of desperate women to get out of the country. They still want love. They will wait for that right package when two people truly love each other, because that's really what they're looking for at the end of the day. They're not looking for an escape out of this country, which is surprising to a lot of guys to think, like, don't they just want out of a war zone? Bro, I'm here. It's like you really very few signs of war around Odessa and most of the cities of the country, unless you get really close to those front lines. The inconveniences here, even during war times, would be, and it's diminished now, but when I first got here a little over a month ago, we'd have about an hour a day where there'd be just power blackout. And we haven't seen that in several weeks. You do hear an air raid siren once in a while, and, nothing has really happened. And so the element of that hasn't been as prominent. I think there's been an adjustment people have made to this is the way of life, and is in the resilience of the human spirit. They want to make the best of what they can. Now, in line to that, I want to tell you a little bit about how you can meet one of the ladies from our Dream Connections database. Inga has done a great job of keeping track of ladies, and I got to tell you honestly, a lot of them have left the country. They're in Europe, they're in Canada. We had one guy who met his lady on a virtual quest tour, Zoom dating, and she was in Georgia, USA, and he was in Kentucky, and so the two of them got to meet, and they're engaged and married. It's really a great story. So you don't know where they're going to be at, but the point is you're looking for this quality of a woman, this quality of a relationship you want for your life. And just today we had another one come to us. This is the cool part. When Dream Connections got going, we never had to recruit ladies. We always had them coming to us. They had said, hey, I heard you have good men. My friend, found her husband, and I want to find mine too. And so we had that reputation. And sure enough, today I had one come in. I'll share that with you and some of the other ladies that are available that Inga knows. And I really encourage you, if you haven't yet pulled the trigger, it's time this year, man. This is it. We're in 2025. It's your time to be a man of action and just step forward and say, Christmas this year, I want to have somebody in my life. I want to get this done. Make that your ambition for this year. And it's just about getting started, man. Pull the trigger. It's your time. It's your life. What are you waiting for? You don't want to go another year exactly where you are today. So just email me, and it's at dcromanceforme@gmail.com. And I'll tell you all about the program. You'll get a free consultation with Inga. She'll get to know you and tell you about ladies she's got. And then if you go forward with the program, she'll start sending you profiles. Here's a lady I think would be a good match. Here's another one. And when you come up with 8 that are just perfect, you say, yes, I'd love to meet these ladies. You both agree on it. then she'll start arranging those Zoom dates. And once you connect with somebody, it's this mutual interest, then you both exchange your contact information. It's your relationship. You can continue talking with her and schedule your time to go meet her wherever she happens to be, and continue the tradition of dream connections, creating great, long-lasting, satisfying romantic marriage relationships. With that, I hope to hear from you. Have a fantastic day. Signing in from Odessa, Ukraine. I'll talk to you soon, brother.